took flight and rose above all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So much money, you gotta put that shit on scale, nigga. We ain't not going back to being broke. One time for all my young niggas in the trenches. Woo! Ain't chasing a bitch, I'm chasing a dream. Oh damn, look what a nigga that made of the team. I know I ain't jealous, I be on the type of stuff they never seen. Whole never level, I shit on the niggas and ain't even mean. Whoa, young niggas blowing over, spending millions.
Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. A Sunday broadcast of the NBA.
And a good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Our starting lineup to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First, for the East All-Stars, and then for the West All-Stars, and here are the East All-Stars now. Curry against Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got the opening bucket of the night here for the East All-Stars. Curry gets the screen from and it's Stephen Curry with a three.
Kevin has got such a great focus as a shooter. And he's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that J.
Now here's LeBron.
Who's got ball?
Here's Doncic. Misses the three.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And on the way from Irving for three. Here's Beal. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy two.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And both free throws good for Beal. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Shooting one.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Irving, and it's blocked by Curry. LeBron drives in, can't get it to go.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting is really sucking.
He's off on his first shot of the game. Gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the basket by Curry.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Back to LeBron. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And they're running. Tatum throws down the breakaway jam.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Curry. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. And shot on the way. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the night. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
It's Curry outside. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Off target from three-point range. Gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. James. Villa pulls it in.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
They get it back. Leonard on the wing. Outside Irving. It's Beal on the wing. Pass to Irving. There's the three. No one. He gets it up. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. East All-Stars lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the East All-Stars.
You got to like the consistency they're showing with that mid-range shot.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Pass to Randall. Kicks to Vucevic. Backing him down. Get there. A stupendous finish in traffic. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Yeah, back and forth start for sure. This game is setting up to be competitive.
Paul goes in, rejected by Vucevic. And here's the fast break. Here's Mitchell. Down it goes, jamming that one home.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. I mean, dunks like that have become routine for him.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. The dish to Lillard. Stolen away. Here's Mitchell, defended by Simmons. Harden outside. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Goberry's checked in for the West. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And the clock.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. He is so creative, Kevin. That's what I love about watching him. As good as anybody in the league at breaking down a defender one-on-one.
What I love about watching him play, Steve, is his terrific agility and body control. Even with the multiple defenders closing in, he contorts his body at angles that really give him a chance to make shots from weird positions all the time.
The West All-Stars making the switch here. Jones checked in. Here's Mitchell. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
A minute 50 left in the first half of the game. Here's George. Gets hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Harden inside the first, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Harden's got his first points of the game.
Come around.
Down low. Kicks it out to Lillard. Outside, George. Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
From deep, George. He's got 6.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Defended by Gobert. Unloads from that one, and that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The East making a switch.
Harden.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Booker. They'll go with the triple.
To no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Bootup checked in for the East. The East All-Stars shooting their third free throw shot of the game. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Lillard attacking. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The West All-Stars have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. The West All-Stars making a switch here. On to Tacumbo's checked in. Full free throw is good from Lillard.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
Clearly, and they've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it here in the second quarter.
Harden gets a screen from Lane. He hits Harden with the drive, and that one's good. Here's George. And the first half is now in the books. East All-Stars up on top, up 6. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Sunday action is in full swing, so let's break down the first half for you. East All-Stars up on top against the Lakers out at Staples Center. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. Bradley Beal giving them a nice boost. After 2, he's got 6 points and 3 rebounds as well. It's a resilient West All-Stars team.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Well, guys, what he gives this team is an edge. I mean, he gets into the arena, he just lights it up. I thought that first half, he really had it rolling.
You know, he doesn't just give them an edge. He gives them confidence and swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. I mean, he's a special player to have around.
Fast break, here we go. And that one's good by LeBron. LeBron's got the first basket of the third quarter for the West All-Stars. Here's Leonard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
You know, Steve, something else that jumps out at me about him is how often he thwarts penetration with his active hands. I mean, he gets a lot of his steals as players try to make their way to the basket.
Here's Lebron.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they needed.
Here's Beal. The West All-Stars pull it in. On to Tacumbo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Irving. And he slams it one-handed.
Oh boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The pass to Tacumbo. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul. He's in that range below 70% of the season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Nice finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Hart could have been executed any better.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
Timeout called East All-Stars. Tatum.
Hammer time.
And the powerful one-handed slam. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now. The team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
There's Curry. Takes a rebound. Doncic. Kicks it out to LeBron. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. LeBron's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And Tacumbo's checked in for LeBron. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Tatum. That one wide left.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Got that one up quick. Now just a 5-point East All-Star lead. The East All-Stars have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. The free throw drops for Leonard. The West All-Stars making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Ball right side. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Dishes it to Curry. Curry gets the screen from James. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got 8.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
That's a 2 from Paul. Soft touch off the glass.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, starting inside.
And that one's good, Irving.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they're taking away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is. Set it up. Allow inside looks as easy as that.
Here's Paul. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Gets it to go. And now an 8-point East All-Star lead.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
The third quarter comes to a close. East All-Stars lead by 8. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the East All-Stars.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And I also like the penetration. When they're getting into the paint, getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives. The alley-oop is such a fun play to watch, but when it doesn't convert, it's probably the wrong choice.
I guess that makes that one a terrible choice.
Hunter gets to Irving. And stolen by LeBron.
Watch outside.
Mackubex passes to LeBron. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
All of the above.
Here's Leonard. No good. Gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50%. And the tough by LeBron.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers. You know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
Irving pitch to Leonard. Rejected by Mackubex. The second chance effort. No good. Great D that time.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And here's the fast break. Misses. Now the West All-Stars the other way. He lobs it up. It's tipped. Inside. He dishes it to LeBron. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Rejected by Leonard. They get it there. Paul kicks to Mackubex. LeBron. And another shot. And that one's good. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Let's catch up with Dornas from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to lose ball, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He kicks to Paul. Fires from deep, and that one's good.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Here's Doncic. Good on the 3. Gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Irving. Takes it off the glass. Now it's a 6-point East All-Star lead.
Yeah, no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we can feel that one all the way over here.
Yes, we could. What an aggressive move to the basket.
There's the feed to Gooey. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 15 points here for Beal.
3-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have got hot from out there.
There's the triple. And it's the East with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 13 points and also a block shot. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
He sure has, Clark. Both ends of the floor. I mean, his offense has been great, but defensively he's brought huge energy too.
And that's an intentional foul. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He adds to their lead with a couple of solid free throws.
Gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. From deep 3-point range, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good on the quick three. Gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Leonard.
Where's the open man? Double.
Picked away. Here's Doncic.
Well, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays.
Well, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
So the East All-Stars win it. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with the Jordan Player of the Game.
Axel.
Side of niggas cat. Niggas spraying they juice.
Ain't expecting this one.
Facts. My bitch love Coco. Woo back baby. Woo back baby. Woo. Yeah. Let me see some. Okay. Look, you cannot say pop and forget the smoke. I'm from the floors where niggas told. They couldn't be cribs, so they turn fruit. Driving through the veil, dropping a joke. I gotta laugh cause these niggas jokes. Drill like booties.